Witnesses testified to the Senate Judiciary Committee yesterday about the alarming rise of anti-Semitism. CBN's Brody Carter reports.
Despite calls to focus exclusively on anti-Semitism on college campuses, Democrats on the Senate Judiciary Committee broadened those hearings to include the rise in all hate incidents.
Since the horrific October 7th Hamas attack on Israel, we have seen an increase in attacks on Jewish Americans, Palestinian Americans, Arab Americans, and Muslim Americans.
60% of all religious-based hate crimes have been directed against the Jewish people. There's something going on here that needs to be addressed.
Despite being only 3% of the population, Jewish Americans have remained at the top of the FBI's list of targeted groups, with anti-Semitic incidents rising more than 300% in the past year alone.
What starts with the Jews never ends with the Jews, and it hasn't taken long already for the public cries from death to the Jews to become death to America and burning flags on our campuses.
Rabbi Goldfeder testified Iran is supporting college protests in America.
Immediately after October 7th, some of these groups, like the National Students for Justice in Palestine, came out and said, we are not just in solidarity with this movement, we are part of this movement. They chanted, we are Hamas. And when a group tells you that they are trying to provide material support to terrorists, you should believe them.
Rabbi Abraham Cooper, an expert of online hate and terrorism, told CBN's Faith Nation he recently experienced this surge of hate himself.
I was present outside of a synagogue in my neighborhood a few Sundays ago and was bear sprayed by quote-unquote protesters, pro-Palestinian protesters, who were trying to actually penetrate a Jewish synagogue on a Sunday morning.
With Election Day approaching, lawmakers fear political violence and attacks on minority communities could escalate. Brody Carter, CBN News.
And don't think we'll escape. It's already happened here, and just the desecration of the flag at the U.S. Capitol and the cry for death to America. And that happened in front of the police, and they just let it happen. So you're damaging U.S. property, and somehow or other you're going to claim you have a right of free speech or a right of assembly. It makes no sense that you would allow that kind of activity to happen, and then members of Congress have to take it into their own hands and personally walk to that monument and raise the U.S. flag again. We've turned truth upside down, and when are we going to wake up? This is a clear and present danger. I'll quote the president of Colombia, that it's a clear and present danger. Foreign actors were on the Columbia campus. Foreign actors are behind this, and why won't we shut it down?